Welcome to the February 2007 City Focus. On this edition, the city's 2007 legislative agenda. Stay up to date with city business. New skate park nears completion. And Round Rock ranks as one of the 100 best communities for young people. These stories and more on City Focus.
Every 2 years, the Texas legislature meets to conduct the state's business. For each session, the City Council adopts a legislative agenda to ensure Round Rock's interests are well represented at the Capitol.
The Round Rock City Council meets here twice a month to take care of the city's business. But this isn't the only chambers where decisions are made that affect the city of Round Rock. In the committee rooms and on the floor of the House and Senate at the state capitol, laws are crafted that also impact municipal government.
We have close to 90,000 good folks here in the city of Round Rock, and we are elected to take care of our constituency, and part of the job is making sure that our state legislature acts appropriately in the best interest of the citizens of Round Rock.
Among those interests are preserving the city's ability to manage growth through annexation and zoning. Another issue is property appraisal caps, which proponents argue is an effective way to limit spending growth. Opponents, like the city of Round Rock, say appraisal caps limit a growing community's ability to deliver services at levels citizens have told us they want.
Historically speaking, for Round Rock, I think we've been very fiscally prudent, and we have one of the lowest tax rates, city property tax rates, in all the state of Texas. So we answer to the good voters in our constituency in Round Rock. I'd hate to have to start answering to the legislature.
Another item on the city's legislative agenda is opposing any changes to sales tax sourcing rules, which would jeopardize the revenue the city collects on Dell's Texas sales.
We're very much interested in making sure not only the comptroller's office, but our state legislators understand the importance not only to Round Rock and the dire consequences that we would face in that switch, but also to other small cities.
The city will continue to support Texas State University's request for expansion of the Round Rock Higher Education Center, which currently has one building. Further legislation is needed to make a much-needed nursing school a reality. 2 sessions ago, against all odds, the city and Texas State lobbied successfully for funds for the first building of the campus.
Through fabulous community cooperation with our legislative leadership in a legislative session that was facing a $10 billion shortfall, we were appropriated $27 million to build our first building, or the Avery building. We want to look up 10 years from now and have an entire campus built here in Round Rock.
There's a lot of questions to be answered when you move to a new city. If you're new to the city of Round Rock, we've created a new residence page at roundrocktexas.gov/new-residents just for you. The new residence page gives general information about the city of Round Rock and will point you in the right direction to get all of your utilities set up, even ones not supplied by the city of Round Rock. We also have information about the school district. The page also has a brief breakdown of city departments and links to each of their department home pages. Also listed is information about the city, county, and state governments. Remember, if you have questions, feel free to contact us at roundrocktexas.gov/contact, which will take you to our staff and service directory page. The new residence page can be found under the Residents or About Round Rock dropdown, as well as surfing directly to roundrocktexas.gov/new-residents.
The city of Round Rock is opening its first skate park for a sneak preview in March before it begins construction on the second and final phase. Shannon McIntyre has the details.
The construction of the skate park is in 2 phases, with the bowl construction first, followed by the street section with ledges, rails, and other obstacles.
We know people are excited to use the skate park, so we're opening and closing in between the construction phases of the project.
The city will open the bowl section to skaters in early March, and then will close the skate park to begin construction of the street section. The final design for the skate park was the result of the hard work and dedication of Round Rock's consultant, Grindline Skate Parks, city staff, and a skate park focus group comprised of several local skateboarders.
Throughout the public input process, we had numerous open house meetings, and we had about 6 or 7 focus group meetings with local skaters to gather their input so we know exactly what they wanted in the skate park.
Both sections of the 12,000 square foot skate park should be completed when school lets out in May.
If you think your car exhaust isn't hurting the environment, think again. But there are things you can do to help keep the air clean. Drive the speed limit. Carpool. And keep your car maintained. Drive clean across Texas, and our state will be a healthier, happier place.
The City of Round Rock is pleased to announce that we've been named one of our nation's 100 best communities for young people by America's Promise Alliance.
The Americans Promise Alliance for Youth received over 1,000 applications for the 2007 100 Best Communities for Young People Awards. This award was first launched in 2005 by founding chairman Colin Powell.
Current chair Alma Powell recently sat down for an interview on Good Morning America to discuss the selection process.
You looked at, hundreds and hundreds of communities all across this wonderful country, and you picked the 100 best communities for kids. And it's something, when you look, that's like so diverse. It's all across, rich and poor communities. But what's the one thing that you found in common with these communities, Mrs. Powell?
A deep concern and caring for the children in that community, and the idea that we all have to join together to give them a solid foundation so that they can become productive citizens, able to take our country forward.
The selection panel evaluated entries that required detailed information about each community's efforts to ensure that every child receives the 5 fundamental resources essential for success.
Every child needs a caring adult in their lives, a healthy start, safe places to learn and grow after school, a marketable skill through effective education, and most importantly, an opportunity to give back.
We're certainly very proud of the award. I'm very proud of our teachers and our principals and the work they do so that all of our students succeed. We have strong partnerships with the city. They certainly are contributing to the education and the quality that we have here in Round Rock. Our business community is also very supportive, so we all work very well together to provide the best educational opportunities for all of our students.
The most important part of completing this application was for us to identify the numerous partners in the Round Rock community that come together to provide services for youth in Round Rock. And that was the exciting part, actually, because there are so many organizations that do come together and work collaboratively for our students.
What we're talking about is our school district doesn't act in a vacuum. They act in tandem with an after-school provider, such as the YMCA. They partner with our Parks and Recreation Department. All of these partners working together creates an atmosphere that not only provides safety, but provides proactive solutions for our youth. And I think that's what we were recognized for. Round Rock's a pretty dang good place to locate a family and rear your children. And I think that's what we were recognized for.
Round Rock is proud to provide a healthy, safe, and caring environment for young people both in and out of school. The city thanks the school district for capturing our community's dedication to young people and for applying for this award.
What could be better than a party with good friends and good food? There are 4 important steps to follow to prevent foodborne illnesses. First, clean. Wash hands, clean and sanitize surfaces often. Second, separate. Do not contaminate. For example, use 2 cutting boards, one for meats and one for vegetables. Third, chill. Refrigerate items promptly and properly. Fourth, cook food to the proper temperature. Follow these 4 steps and have a safe, healthy meal. This message is brought to you by the Williamson County and City's Health District, your public health department.
In an effort to keep our citizens informed, Mayor Maxwell hosts the Quarterly Report as an update on current events and topics of interest.
The City of Round Rock is proud to offer a number of avenues for citizens to stay informed about the important happenings taking place in the City of Round Rock. As part of this effort, Mayor Maxwell invites everyone to attend the Mayor's Quarterly Report, which happens 4 times a year at the Round Rock Public Library at 7 a.m.
Attendees are invited to have breakfast while hearing about topics ranging from transportation to long-term water plans to the city's legislative agenda. At the conclusion of the presentations, citizens are encouraged to ask questions about topics that are important to them. The meeting lasts about an hour so that busy residents can get on with their day.
Another very important aspect of the Mayor's Quarterly Report, I feel, is the interaction between those who come and take part in it. We have sometimes some very lively discussions in our question and answer and comment period after the formal presentations by myself and the city staff. And I think those who have attended in the past have really gained some insight on issues that are important to their neighbors and other citizens in our community.
The City of Round Rock hopes to see you at the next Mayor's Quarterly Report. You can find information about upcoming quarterly reports and lots more at roundrocktexas.gov.
The Round Rock Parks and Recreation Department is always looking for fun and exciting ways to make our program stand out from the rest. That's why we're hosting the Gaddyland Mini March Mayhem tournament for our top boys basketball teams.
The City of Round Rock Parks and Recreation Youth Basketball Division has partnered with the Austin Toros to host the Gaddyland Mini March Mayhem tournament on February 24th at the Austin Convention Center. On February 15th, the teams were seated in a selection party at Gaddyland. Austin Toros president Mike Berry, 14-year NBA veteran and Toros coach Dennis Johnson, Rick Atkins from the City of Round Rock, and even the Toros mascot, the Bull, were in attendance to hype the crowd for the tournament. In this tournament, 8 teams from the Round Rock Boys Youth Basketball League will represent one of the major university teams expected to compete in the NCAA March Madness tournament this spring.
This tournament is going to allow us to stand out. When you talk about the programs that we have out there basketball-wise, this is going to be the top and premier program in this area. Our Mini March Mayhem is going to set us apart.
Tournament winners will be showcased during halftime of the Austin Toros game on February 24th.
The City of Round Rock's always popular Daddy-Daughter Dance was held on February 9th, and now moms and sons are getting ready for their own special night.
The Clay Madsen Recreation Center's 5th annual Daddy-Daughter Dance was a big success, with dad and daughter couples dancing the night away. With the success of the Daddy-Daughter event with its dance contest and night of dancing, the city will give moms their chance as the city hosts the 1st annual Mom-Son Dance on March 9th. The dance will kick off with a boot-scootin' good time as guests enjoy rodeo-style activities and music from both generations. This event is pre-sale tickets only at the Clay Madsen Recreation Center from February 12th to March 8th. Tickets are $12 for each couple and $4 for each additional son. So moms, grab your favorite cowboy and come out for a night of fun.
Protecting our citizens from fires and emergencies is a full-time job. We can have all the equipment in the world, but at the end of the day, it's the men and women of the Round Rock Fire Department that make it great.
Recently, the Round Rock Fire Department has filled two very important positions. Richard Rego is appointed the first Fire Department Emergency Preparedness Coordinator, and Howard Cruz is appointed Assistant Fire Chief. Richard Rego has been with the Round Rock Fire Department for 11 years and was promoted to Emergency Preparedness Coordinator late last year.
He's responsible for making sure that our emergency operation plans and annexes are up and running to make sure that they agree with the state and the federal government. And in case of an emergency or disaster that we need help from the state or from the federal government, Richard is responsible for coordinating those activities and making sure everything is just like it needs to be.
Howard Cruz joined the Round Rock Fire Department in June of 1990. Chief Cruz was appointed to his current position as Assistant Fire Chief in January.
Howard is a person that just really stood out when we were looking to fill this position because he brings everything to it that we're looking for. That's knowledge and experience of the fire service, knowledge and experience within the Round Rock Fire Department, and someone that understands both firefighting and the administrative side of the issue.
We look forward to all the great things Howard and Richard will do for the fire department and for the city of Round Rock.